Hi, it's Paris from EpicReviewGuys, and there has been no air here in Austin for a week. Well, compressed air anyway. That cold snap that came through, I think what happened to me happened to everyone. The low tire pressure indicator came on because it was 90 degrees a week and a half ago and it got down to 25 degrees. So your tire pressure drops all of a sudden. Everybody went on the same morning to their local gas station to try to put air in the tires. The machines, I don't know if they got overused or whatever, but I went to 4 different gas stations. They're all broken. The gas stations that still have air machines, that is. So finally I decided I'm going to break down. I've wanted one of these for a while. It's my very own air compressor.
Epic Review Guys.
This is a Goodyear air compressor. It runs from the power from the wall, not from the cigarette lighter. I looked at those and some of them have great reviews. But the ones I read up on, they require up to 14.5 amps, and we have a 15 amp fuse in our accessory for the cigarette lighter in the car. So I've heard too many stories of people burning the fuses out, running these to inflate their tires, especially once the pressure gets higher and the pump really has to work. So I said, no, I just want this for the garage. This costs about $50. You can of course use it. It comes with attachments to inflate other things as well. If you can't find it locally, I'll put a link down below this video. Now I did have a combination device before that included an air compressor. It was also a backup emergency battery jump starter thing, and it had an air compressor in it. Very slow, very noisy, and when the battery died on that, I plug it in now to try to use the air compressor. It just goes click, 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 click. So I'm not even sure what that means. This looks kind of professional because they give you this curly hose, just like the kind they used to have at the gas station with the pumps. And the connection point to the tire on this is not the clip-on type. This is supposedly superior. It actually screws on and then depresses the valve so you get the air. When you take it off, a little bit of air comes out, but they say you lose a lot less air than that kind with the little deal that you clip down to the side. This looks pretty simple. The needle for ball and other things you can inflate. And this just looks nice and simple. It's a heavy-duty motor, heavy-duty air pump. That's all I want. Here's the air compressor up close. All the good stuff goes on inside. Now it comes with a stretch of hose and a coupling piece that will connect to that longer blue hose. It does say it can do up to 150 psi. I don't have anything that requires pressure over about 80, so I won't be able to test that out. Here's the gas station style air hose with a coupler and the part that connects to your car tire. And the extra pieces to blow up balls. And this, I think they call it the high air volume adapter to blow up rafts, air mattresses, things like that. Okay, I'm going to try this out on this tire. This got down to 26 pounds pressure. That's why it activated the light inside the car, the low tire warning. So I'm going to see how long it takes to go from 26 up to 32. 26. The way this attaches is this piece actually screws on. As soon as you start it threading onto it, you'll hear some air escaping. There we go. Okay. Now that shows this at, about 26. Let's turn on the pump, see how long it takes. Back a little here, get an idea of the sound at a little bit of distance. Not bad. It's been 1 minute. It's just over 30. Looking like just over 32. Let's see. 32.5 so it went from 26 to 32.5, so that's 6.5 pounds of pressure it added in about a minute and a half. That worked pretty well. I actually topped up all the tires, took less than 5 minutes, and I was surprised by the accuracy of the gauge. Not exactly right. My digital meter is supposed to be within 0.5 pound of pressure, but this was pretty close, so I'm very pleased. I also noticed while using it outside that it wasn't walking around. The past couple of very small, inexpensive air compressors I've had, they walk themselves all around the tire. This one has rubber feet on the bottom. Nice touch, so it just sits there and vibrates, but it doesn't actually go anywhere. And I sat in front of each tire while doing the inflating, so I didn't know till I read the instruction manual, this curly hose actually stretches out to 17 feet in length. Pretty handy. Now you may need to use this indoors if you're going to inflate an air mattress, something like that. They have this high flow accelerator thing, which is an add-on piece that comes with several different nozzle sizes. You find the closest one and put that into what you need to inflate or deflate. It's interesting, you can use it to deflate as well if you don't want to wait for all the air to come out of a big air bed or air mattress. So that's the Goodyear i8000 air compressor. I bought it online for about $50. If you can't find it in your local auto supply store, I'll put a link to it down below this video. I did want to mention that this never got hot in the whole time that I've used it. Even when I was done topping off the tires, it still is barely warm. Now they did say if you're using it continuously to inflate at pressures over 70 psi, after 10 minutes of that, you got to give it a 10-minute break to cool down. And I don't want to be stuck again with that warning light on the car console telling me one or more of your tires may be dangerously uninflated. Sure, I can go around and say, oh yeah, they're all low because it got cold. But I'm not going to know if I run over a nail 5 minutes later and one of them is really dangerously low. So it bothers me enough that I feel better having this in my garage.
Shopping is easy when you know what to buy. At EpicReviewGuys, we give it a try. What does the fox buy? Nobody knows. But before he goes shopping, he watches our video.